How are you viewing this push higher in the Japanese 10-year yield?
Yeah, good morning. I think in case of Japan, there's still the individual movement of the market is very weak, so it would be affected by the Americans and the other market to that. So definitely, U.S. is moving on to the higher interest rates, so it will have some impact to that. But as you know, the BOJ has the yield control on the 10 years bond and also other maturity bonds to that. So I think in case of Japan, the movement of the interest rate is very much limited. So even coming few months, I think the BOJ is not directly changing their policy to that. So there will not be no real the difficulty, no change in the coming days to that.
No change. Okay, Watanabe-san, do you agree that what's happening with the yen, the Japanese yen, was just a couple of days ago when it broke past 125, weakest in 6, maybe even 7 years, that weakness is a direct consequence of the Bank of Japan's attempt to control or to execute the yield curve control? Is this what should be happening, or does it concern you?
I think there are two reasons. Of course, one is the interest rate differential between the United States and Japan, and as the FRB shows very firm position to raise the interest to see the inflation to that. So as I said, the BOJ is going to keep this similar position they took in the last few years to that. That's a reason. And also another reason is I think the Japanese economy would not recover fully yet. So I think the weakness is going to have some kind of the negative impact for the yen, the rate of the exchange market to that. So I think the 125, 120, 130, that every 5 yen is kind of the target of the market players to move on to that. So once they have succeeded to reach 125, so I think they would remain around between 120 and 125 for the time being to that. But if the next FRB meeting, if they raise not the quarter but the half, in that case, I think it would be somewhat the pressure to weaker yen in that time to that. That's my observation to that.
Watanabe-san, we're here in Singapore. How long is this sustainable for? Because the more and more the BOJ continues to buy bonds, the more liquid the markets become, the more distorted. Where does this end?
Yeah, I believe already BOJ has purchased too much to that, so I don't think it's wise to buy the more to that. But I think they have to continue to focus on the target maturity. For example, the 10 years bond. I think they are going to decrease the other target bond purchases to that. So I think the total increase of the purchases is not so large. I think that's the policy the BOJ is going to take to that.